Nearly 7 miles down, in a place no sunlight has ever touched, something is creeping across the sea floor. Not a fish, not a monster. A single cell, the size of a dinner plate, one of the largest living cells ever recorded on Earth. The Mariana Trench is the deepest place on the entire planet. Its lowest point, called the Challenger Deep, plunges to almost 11,000 meters, deeper than Mount Everest is tall, if you flipped the mountain upside down and dropped it in. This part of the ocean is called the hadal zone, named after Hades, the Greek underworld. No sunlight has ever reached down here. Not once in the entire history of the planet. So what actually survives in a place like this? Let's start with one of the strangest organisms on Earth, the xenophyophore. These are giant single-celled organisms, some as large as a dinner plate, making them among the biggest single cells known to science. They're technically amoebas, but they build an external shell, called a test, out of sediment and debris glued together with their own waste. They creep along the seafloor, feeding on whatever organic particles drift down from above. Scientists still don't fully understand their role in this ecosystem, partly because they're so delicate that most attempts to collect one for study end up destroying it before it ever reaches the surface. Then there are the amphipods. This is a group that includes nearly 10,000 known species worldwide, but the ones living in the Mariana Trench are unlike almost anything found closer to the surface. One species, Gerringer gigas, is a shrimp-like scavenger, about 2 inches long, that survives by eating fallen wood and organic debris that sinks down from the ocean above. It can go without food for extended periods, but when it does find something to eat, it will gorge itself almost to the point of bursting. Remarkably, these amphipods produce a wood-digesting enzyme in their gut that scientists believe could even be used to help produce ethanol. And it's not just the small amphipods worth talking about. Some species down here are described as supergiants, growing far larger than their shallow water relatives thanks to a phenomenon called deep-sea gigantism, the same reason giant squid and Japanese spider crabs reach such enormous sizes. Scientists still debate exactly why creatures at these depths tend to grow bigger, but leading theories point to colder temperatures, higher oxygen retention, and slower metabolisms at extreme depth and pressure. Rounding out this strange trio of trench life are small sea cucumbers, technically called holothurians. Researchers who filmed these creatures during deep-sea expeditions described them as some of the deepest holothurians ever observed, and surprisingly abundant for an environment with so little available food. Now here's a fact that should genuinely unsettle you. In 2019, researchers examined amphipods collected from the Mariana Trench and found something in every single one of them: microplastics. 100% of the amphipods studied had plastic waste inside their bodies. This is the deepest, most remote, most inaccessible environment on the entire planet, a place with almost no sunlight, crushing pressure, and barely any food, and human pollution has still found its way to the bottom of it. So when people imagine the bottom of the Mariana Trench, they usually picture sea monsters, something enormous and terrifying lurking in the dark. The reality is stranger, and in some ways more remarkable. It's a world of giant single cells, wood-eating shrimp, and gigantic scavengers, all surviving in a place so extreme that scientists still don't fully understand how life persists there at all. And we've explored so little of it that with over 80% of the ocean still unmapped, there is a genuine, serious possibility that entirely new species are waiting to be found in trenches just like this one.